Howdy folks, my name is Lance 90 and welcome back to my tutorial series for Cataclysm Dark Days Ahead version .f. Alright, we have a few more pairs of sunglasses here, actually just two more. So I hope we succeed at our mission here. I hope we succeed in our crafting. Let's get heading back home. Okay. Room. Game sound effects sound louder today, but that might just be me. It usually is because my... oh, that could be the music. I can't tell. Oh, well, that looks loud. That looks loud over on the tracker. You guys will have to tell me what you think. Let me know. It's one of those things that's really hard to get right. So, let's drop some of our random stuff I grabbed. Mostly just food. Drop the wallets. Okay, let's keep the rest and we'll just go wash these things now. I guess the earrings and necklace are just for decoration, so they don't really need washed right now. But sunglasses do. I always press E on the water, but that's not how it works. It's the A button. So we gotta activate the washing kit to clean it. But there we go. Let's hope and pray that we get the parts we need here. There we go. It did work. We should be good. Only one of them did. I think that's all we needed was one more, though. Quality... glare. There we go. Pair of welding goggles. This is just a straight up normal pair of goggles, though, which is surprising. This is going to use our swim goggles that we purposely tried to save, but that's fine. I'd rather them go to a good use here. That's the good stuff. Level 2 glare protection. You know what? I think my headset is at the proper volume, so I do think that the game is just too loud. It doesn't make sense. It shouldn't be too loud because I haven't touched anything. But I am going to have to fix it. So give me one moment here. All right. Now they might be too quiet. We'll find out. Anyway, again, let me know. Because on my end, it sounds different than it sounds on your end. I won't be able to find out for myself until it's already in video format. And even then, because of the needs of mass producing videos, that doesn't always work. Anyway, we finally have our ceiling torch ready to go. We'll probably see a lot more stuff pop up now, because now we can actually use our acetylene torch, which should open up like most of the metal stuff. Like our other category is pretty gigantic now. Obviously, we're not going to search through that. Let's double check for casters. Didn't think so, but I just want to be sure. Feel. We were looking at this because we could use bicycle wheels. I feel like wheelchair wheels would probably work better than the wooden cart wheel for what we want. I guess I don't have this drill. Let's just build the cart wheel. I should have done that. Just done that a long time ago, really, but okay. Oh, you know what? We needed... What was I trying to do? Some kind of frame or something. We're actually out of planks. Do. Break it all. Break it all. Okay. you know what? We needed the acetylene torch so we could take a frame out of something. Wasn't that my plan? I honestly don't remember. It's been a day or two since the last video. I think that was maybe the plan, was to actually just pull something out of this car, right? Because I was going to show you how to do this. I'm not sure we want to do it to this car, though, because this one's actually working. Well, the controls are broke. I believe we talked about that as well. Because the controls are broke, it's not likely to actually be an issue for us. We need the welding tanks, acetylene torch, and the toolbox. Should give us all the tools of the trade we need. We'll go to this section of this car. So to remove, and no, I don't have a metal saw. It's not one thing, it's another. When it's not one thing, it's another. Okay. I'll put it all back down. Just build our own frame with the blackjack and hookers. Just make a wooden frame. All right, so actually fit that in our backpack, which is surprising to me. Once we have a frame, actually I have to remember how to do this. It's been a while. Activate. Oh no, I remember now. We press Shift 8, our ampersand construction. We are going to do start vehicle construction wherever it's at. Way down there. Just gonna start it over here. Let's call this cart. So what this did is it just placed our wooden frame. This is a vehicle technically. It doesn't do anything, but it's technically a vehicle. And now we can just install parts to this. So now I can be like, okay, I want this wooden cart wheel here. So we're just going to install that. See, it's going to use our bolt turning tools and our jack strength and all that stuff. Okay, there's now a cart wheel here. I don't know if this thing will move. Okay, see, I can just drag this around. Kind of surprised. I thought we would need handles, but apparently we're not going to need handles. You count as like a box? Open crate. Just kind of curious if we could just like strap this crate to this. Let's just bring it close so it knows it's available. Let's see what we can do. You can see nothing's available. Let's move down to cargo. Again, we could just do like the travois again. But ideally, I really want like the trunk. So we still need the saw for a steel frame. Wooden box, small capacity. I know we looked at all this stuff recently. I'm just trying to... A wire basket. You know what? There's some vehicles in town that we saw earlier, and I actually pointed it out, I think, that had a basket on them. So let's grab everything else again. Toolbox, the acetylene torch. Oh, we're also going to need the goggles because you have to have them around. And we may be at the point where there it is. Okay. Maybe at the point where you have to start finding these things specifically with a control or a Shift F command or a Shift V command. Get back into town. Something to know is if you have bolt cutters or wire cutters, I think it's bolt cutters, you can cut down chain link fences and get lots of chain links, and that could be a way that you could possibly build a wire basket. Right now I'm just like, let's just go down this way, and I'm gonna go try to find part we're looking for. I wonder what's in the back of this truck here. A wheel. I have been useful. Iron, do you do anything? Wheel fastening. That's new. We probably need that. Sounds like something we need. Here we go. So this is what I was looking at. I'm hoping this won't need a hacksaw. So we're not like separating. It's a little different, right? Because they're like attached to the side of things. They're not really. There's a box. Box. Like to remove with this box. There you go. You can see this only requires a screwdriver. Oh, that's a steel frame. Oh. Okay. So some things will turn back into their constituent parts when you pull them off. It doesn't always happen, but in this case it's happened. It turned into a steel frame, which is good. It's just really weird because we just went over the fact that we couldn't remove a steel frame from another vehicle. And yet, pulling this box off is counted as removing a steel frame. We're actually going to want a couple of those then. So what I'm actually going to do is go get all of these. Because we might need a heavy duty steel frame actually. A regular steel frame might not be good enough. Yeah, that's it. A heavy duty steel frame is a level 1 anvil. So I was kind of wanting that. That's okay because steel frames are still pretty good. I just hope our little vehicle here is capable of carrying the weight of this because steel frames are very heavy. It has the capacity, but that doesn't mean it has the torque to pull something so heavy, you know? Because the game actually does pay attention to that sort of thing. Careful with the speed. This thing stops on a dime. I'm sure at some point they'll add like well, there is momentum, it's just the thing stops so quick, but they should make it if you go from 50 to 0 on something this fast, it should just like throw you off the bike. Slowing down too fast, but I don't really want to give them ideas because they love to do that sort of thing. They absolutely adore doing that sort of thing to this game. So we're going to drag these in. See what other options that gives us. There we go. Actually, honestly, the trunk's here. The trunk is pretty much the biggest one there is. It has a capacity of 200 liters. I don't know if this wooden cart can support like all this weight if we actually fill it, but it's worth the attempt. There we go. We have a trunk on a wheel. It's a little weird, but it is working, so I'm going to live with it. We've made a makeshift shopping cart for all the good that will do us. Now, we are tired, so I guess I don't need to do anything special here. Go ahead and eat that yogurt to top ourselves off. I was going to try to stay up and read at night with our new, so I'm trying to use the bed as a control surface, but no, that won't work. It's actually been a while since we've had a sleep in the game. Survived for a week. Feel like it's been a lot longer than a week, but that's because it's been a lot longer than a week in real life. It's a little bit of light outside, but not much. Okay, hungry and very thirsty. I like to do hunger first because it usually, some of the things you eat can actually reduce your quench. So I like to eat first and ask questions later. So there we go. But you don't want to get totally full now though, because that can actually cause its own set of problems. So you need a little bit of room in your hunger meter in order to fill your thirst meter now all of a sudden. So just one of those things. Cranberry juice actually reduces your joy? That seems weird. Satisfied, we can still drink, even though this next set will make us full, probably. There we go. Full and slaked. Activate. Eat some multivitamins. There we go. All right, so This has changed everything. You'll remember I said that once we have a shopping cart, we actually don't have to be so strict about carrying this like huge backpack around, this military rucksack. So I would like to check again. Make sure it's empty. It is empty, which is good. I would like to compare the Molly pack again, just to get a reminder of like how much better it might be for us. Because now, being able to carry as much won't matter, because I can just put everything in the cart. Once I find it. There it is. Yeah, more durable, less likely to get hit, which is honestly good. It is warmer, which isn't great, but less encumbrance when it's full. It'll be fine. It will do nicely. And now, this box is going to confuse me, by the way. It's not our shopping cart. Our makeshift shopping cart. I am going to move this frame to this pile. What did I want to do next? Next, I wanted to just grab our cart. And what you'll see is because this has wheels, unlike that box where if I walk too far away from it, it gets left behind. This just follows us everywhere once we have it grabbed. So it's way, way better than just dragging that box around. That's what a shopping cart would do for you too. But yes, this new vehicle is now going to store all this stuff. And unfortunately, though, we can't use both. You can make like folding parts and then put it together every time you get in and out of the vehicle. It's not worth it though. We're just gonna walk around on foot with this thing. And now my crowbar is gonna be in hand's reach at all times. Wait, what? Why'd that all go underground? You have to check to make sure it says V. V means you're putting it in a vehicle, not into the tile. Like if you press, oops. I press that direction again over here and it made it a 3, but if I put it, oh no, it's not doing it. I don't know. Main thing is don't worry about it. You just have to make sure there's a V there. It's not putting it in the vehicle, it's putting it on the ground below the vehicle. Yes, this will make actually using the bow easier too, because I can just wield the bow and toss it in there and get my card. Blah, blah, blah. It's basically like having the vehicle was, being able to put stuff in there. But now I don't have to run back and forth to it. It's going to be next to me at all times. I do want this to say arrow again. So I need to find my arrows. Yeah, I keep training up this arrow skill. Something to be said for crafting the crude arrows. Yeah, if we're going to be trying to kill zombies with them, we should do it. We need to keep us out of the action now that we have our awesome friggin' shopping cart with us. That's okay. Makeshift shopping cart. Should actually be better than a shopping cart because it's a trunk, and trunks are huge. Shopping cart's pretty big too, but the trunk's even bigger. Ampersand, ammo, arrows. We want metal arrows. Metal arrows are awesome. Come off it, man. The Joker's awesome. Batch of 2 planks. Drop. By the way, we should drag this pile of stuff a little bit closer. These arrows here. Just gonna move it that close. Seems like we're actually able to access some of that stuff. There we go. Wooden arrows are indeed in the quiver. There we go. That'll be a nice substantial upgrade. Yeah, that's the only problem with the carts is handling, getting them in and out of your vehicle is a problem. Also getting them up and down stairs is a problem. We can actually just like demonstrate that real quick. I have to find a house that's easy to enter though. That has a downstairs, so I believe this one does. This one has an upstairs, so that'll work. You'll see you can't drag things up and downstairs, so you can't take these up and downstairs. It's annoying. I wish they would let you do it and just make it take a long time or something, but they don't let you. The game refuses. So let's move on. Get back to our zombie killing spree. Alright, zombie spotted. No, I don't think dragging vehicles is actually a problem, like if you're holding on to it. Could be wrong. We might be finding that out right now. That we do appear to be going a little slower. See, you're doing a lot more damage now. 9 damage instead of like 1 to 3 damage. The crude arrows make a big difference. They're actually kind of meant to do damage. That being said, it'll still occasionally do 1 damage. Again, we're not really firing the bow to kill things, because obviously it's way worse than killing something with our our nail bat. Things can bleed out, which would be nice. It'd be nice if this guy just bled out and I didn't have to keep shooting. The point is to train up our archery skill. There he goes. He actually bled out. The point is to train up our archery skill so we can make better bows and arrows in the future that actually do significant damage. Or being able to keep things at a distance will make us very happy. Okay, these are fat zombies, which are actually pretty good targets to practice on because they're slow and have a lot of HP. That does mean they are annoying to kill though, because they've got a lot of HP. And we're shooting them with a weapon that does very little damage. Apparently also has good armor. Hey, our marksmanship went up to 2. Right, we're out of barrows. Let's drop the short bow, wield nail bat. Gonna release the cart. I don't think it's necessary to actually release the cart, but I always do it. I don't want them to hit the cart basically, because like as we've seen, zombies hit random tiles around them as they're walking, and they could just randomly hit the cart and do some damage to it, which we would prefer not to deal with. Hell yeah, bleed out. Squished laptop computer. Hey, this doesn't say it doesn't work anymore. I'm actually curious if the laptop works. There used to be laptops that didn't work. The only computer you could use was the tablet PC. But honestly, wouldn't surprise me if the laptop actually worked now. One of those things it seems like they would do, you know? Still want to drop it there. Just do a quick inventory sort. And by the way, if you're like not sure where your vehicle is when you're like in this screen, you're like, where was it? You don't have to back out and look where your thing was. When these things are a little greater than less sand signs around the thing, that means there's some sort of thing that you can put things into there. It could just be like a counter or something. But if you're just like in the middle of the street with your shopping cart, you'll know that, oh, that's definitely my vehicle. And then of course, once you have it selected, it'll show up with a V to indicate you're putting it in there. Yeah, you got some more zombies coming after us. Remember, we don't want them to get into the hitting that electric car either. Now, with the tough zombie coming, we might have to change strategies here, because I think the tough ones, they're both faster. Yeah, let's just switch to melee here. Drop short bow, wield. Now, it's still not the fastest thing. Oh, I didn't drop it in the right spot. Still not the fastest thing ever, but It's faster than what we had to do before, which was just dropping stuff wherever we could. We're going back and forth from the cart to the thing we're fighting. And they're dead. Heavy duty tow cable. Oh, 2 rope quality. I don't mind if I do. That seems like it could come in handy. You know, just remember to put everything you pick up in your vehicle as you pick it up. Because you don't want encumbrance on you anytime you can avoid it. So what I do is I fill up my cart before I fill up my inventory. Obviously, if you're like in the middle of looting a kitchen or something, just put it all in your backpack. But then when you get out of the kitchen, put it all in the cart because you don't want to be encumbered. Just in case you don't have time to drop your backpack. Got a crude with an arrow over here. Right here. Yes. They absolutely destroyed this car. It produces a lot of like lumps of steel and stuff, which can be useful. We are out of time for this video, though. I hope y'all enjoyed. If you did, never hit the like button. Keep the conversation going in the comments and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Until next time, I hope you have a good day.